Hey everybody, it's Joe Delera, and I've got a couple of my favorite plays for Warriors versus Lakers game 2 tonight. The first play that I'm looking at is Dennis Schroeder over 11.5 points plus assists. Look, the reason that I like this spot for Dennis Schroeder is he's a great on-ball defender, at least relative to what else the Lakers have on the floor and on their roster. And this has been a good matchup for him all season. He's exceeded this line in all 4 games he's played against the Lakers, and he's also continued to go over this in 3 of 3 games with both D'Angelo Russell and LeBron James. So we know that he's on there for a little bit more than his scoring and his on-court ability as a facilitator and as the point guard. And he's really just crushing this line. On those 3 games, he had 29, 19, and 22 points plus assists. He can really go over this in both the assist category and in the points category, but he's really able to contribute all across the court. The reason I like this is that he's one of the better defensive options besides Jared Vanderbilt for covering Steph Curry and some of these Warriors perimeter shooters. He's faster. He continues to have that strong engine, and he will fight over screens. And we see a little bit more defensive effort from him than we do from D'Angelo Russell. And I have this as a Schroeder series, and he's able to get to the bucket on his own. So I do think that in the minutes that he's going to see, in the minutes that I expect him to see, he should be able to easily clear this line just as he did in game 1. For the second play that I'm looking at Andrew Wiggins over 5.5 rebounds. Part of why I like this is that he's been very successful so far during the postseason and even last year during the postseason, right? So Wiggins obviously missed a bulk of the back end of the season for the Golden State Warriors. But since he's kind of been ramped up, we're seeing him play about 30 minutes a night, if not more. And so far this season, he's exceeded this total in all but 2 games when he's played 30 plus minutes in the postseason. And dating back to last season, in 24 games, he's gone over this in 75% of those. This is a good spot for them, especially because there were some interesting developments towards the end of game 1 where Kevon Looney was off the floor. Taking that size off the floor, that might be an adjustment that Steve Kerr elects to make because it was successful. That's when Golden State did make that 14-0 run towards the end of the game to make it very close and even tie up the score. Wiggins, with that, would be one of the bigger rebounders on the floor for Golden State. And I like him to go over this line in a pace-up game against this Lakers team and in a spot that the Golden State Warriors desperately need to have so they can avoid going down 0-2. So to recap, my 2 favorite plays for today's NBA slate are Dennis Schroeder over 11.5 points plus assists and Andrew Wiggins over 5.5 rebounds. Best of luck on your wagers today and enjoy the rest of your Thursdays.